टाइम बहुत लगा है यार, थोड़ा टाइम में हो जाएगा।
majority सब कुछ
ए डोंट पुट इट ऑन, बंद कर। Wait for 2 minutes, you'll feel cool. Wait. वो पीछे पीछे लग नहीं रहा। 5 minutes on wait. I have told him from the beginning it is on a reduced temperature. If you put the fan on, it becomes hot. It becomes warmer.
हवा तो सब कुछ
बोला थोड़ा थांबा। तुम्ही किती डिग्रीज केला?
24 आहे ना?
हो 24 आहे.
तुम्ही कमी करा घेऊन या रिमोट. तुम्हाला बोलली आधी का कमी करा 18 16 फ्रीजिंग टेम्परेचर ठेवा.
आज कुलिंग नाहीये.
नाही.
आज कुलिंग नाहीये.
काय नाही?
कूलिंग नाहीये.
आता आले ना तर गरम होतोय.
एवढं झालं ना थोडं
सोळा पे करो पावरचे चालू
चला after 5 minutes we put it on. ये नहीं चाहिए. चलो put it on. Start करते हैं.
आई बाता
स्कूल का
मैं अब क्या ऑप्शन है I mean, बहुत कम आया। मैं सेकंड बना हमने भी ऑप्शन दिया है। PhD के लिए क्या ऑप्शन दिया?
चलो नीचे जाएंगे एक घंटे में एक क्वेश्चन आया था साइंस तो आज का मुझे भी झाड़ है
मींस उसका थीम क्या है? फायर एंड आइस का थीम है डार्केस्ट प्लेस ऑफ द लैक ऑफ एम्पैथी
मैं तेरे से आऊंगा अबे मॉडल का अरे ट्रेनिंग में नहीं चाहिए अभी भी तो अरे तो और ले आओ भाई अच्छा ले आओ 24 2500 आगे सी क्लास में मराठी कंप्यूटर नहीं मैथ्स में होगा मतलब मेरे एक काम मुझे बात
Yeah, so what I'm telling you all right now. तुम इन बॉयज क्या गर्ल्स भी कर अपने तीनों को बोल रहे हो तो चुप रहो ना जो तीनों को भी समझता नहीं है तीन लोगों को एकदम जोर जोर से बातें कर रहे हो हाँ आवाज ही नहीं आवाज तो मुंबई में क्या आ रहा था तुम लोग में से कोई नहीं आवाज कर रहा William books to page 83. Volume 'Today we are going to do analytical paragraph writing. Last year if you remember, you all would have done one topic called statistical interpretation of data.
I'm off it down.
No, students.
Every yes.
When you were there, Some schools might have not done, but I know for a fact that EPA definitely have done it. So this is, where a picture will be given to you. It should be in the form of a pie chart, bar graph, line graph. You remember? Yeah. So it's the same thing that you all have done, but now it will be under the name of analytical paragraph writing. Okay. So it will carry 5 marks. There 2 options would be given to you. So it would be either this charts, okay, line graph, bar graph, pie chart. It could be something like a life cycle of a frog, for example, or something like a water cycle where you need to be descriptive. Why don't you all sit here instead of going there in the corner and his head coming in the middle and you tapping his head? So open that page 83 and go to 85 types of analytical paragraphs. So there are 2 types, data or graph based and excerpt or cue based. Features of an analytical paragraph writing. It describes a given chart, table, data, graph, cues, etc. So 99% of the time your first line will begin with what that picture is describing. It should be brief and comprehensive, include the complete information at the same time. It should state facts that are provided by the chart. Now, how you'll write a report? There was an accident. Write a report on it. How do you all write it? You all convey the same thing that you all see. You are not supposed to write your own opinion. If there's some accident that you see, so as a reporter, you are just going to write what you are physically seeing on the spot. The crowd, the injured, the ambulance, fire brigade if any, and all that of what the scene is. You do not have to write your own opinion. Oh, I think this truckwala was at fault. No, I think this person on the scooty was at fault. No, you don't have to write your own opinions. So in this also, you have to just write what you are seeing. You have to see it, analyze it. Okay, highest क्या है? Mostly you first see the contrast. Highest क्या है? Lowest क्या है? Okay, and not only in terms of numbers. If it's given in the form of a percentage, for example, कोई एक चीज दिया है which is 7%, कोई एक और चीज है which is 8%. So what will you write? You will write, oh, this is 7%, this is 8%, this is 20%, this is 30%. No. If it's 7 and 8, it is almost the same, right? Or if there is something that's 15%, there's another thing that's 30%. So instead of writing, yes, double or half. Okay? So instead of writing, making it monotonous and writing, oh, this is 20, 50, 60, 15, 30. Instead of that, you make comparisons. That's what is analyzing. ब्रेन में एनालाइज करना, समझना और उसको पुट डाउन करना ऑन पेपर. It is necessary to make use of simple and accurate language. It should mention figures and quantities appropriately. It is appropriate to use the same tense throughout the analytical paragraph. No personal observation or response should be provided. I think they don't like say if you have some pie chart of the games that children like to play. Okay. Maybe table tennis might be less. Cricket might be more. Or what else you like? Football. Football might be more. So you cannot say that table tennis is less because it is indoors, people don't like it. You don't have to write your own opinions. So no personal observation or response should be provided. It would be preferable to use the passive form of the verb. An analytical paragraph writing format. It will be divided into three parts. Now, ideally, what is the topic? Analytical paragraph writing. Means you will write one paragraph. Okay. That one paragraph you will subdivide into three parts: intro, body, and conclusion. So, intro. The intro is the first line of your analytical paragraph. It tells the reader about the actual information. It should be written in one or two lines and briefly describe what the given diagram represents. So that something that is there over here. Some vocabulary, okay? This vocabulary you can write down. Okay, like this will be for the body paragraph, where if there's a some bar graph, what is this yellow line? You can see that it is increasing, but it's not increasing sharply, correct? So there, what can you write? Moderately. You can see those lower this, no? You'll combine this and that. That is the blue one and the orange one. Moderately climbed, minimally stepped up, okay, or gradually recovered because it's increasing. Then the next one, which is going down, you can see the blue color there, and blue color the writing in the blue. So moderately decreased, steadily declined, huh? Any combination, okay. Now the third line, what can you see? Yes, it is sharp. There's a sharp increase in this case. So dramatically, that part, that will be your first word. Swiftly rocketed, notably escalated, okay. And for going down, again this yellow and the blue, suddenly plummeted, something that's going down. Markedly crashed, right? It's going down. And the green one you can see where it's the same. There you can use words like stood at, stayed at, stabilized at, flattened out at, leveled off at, or was stable at, or remained constant at. Okay, this all you can write down later. Now, I think it's the same one there. I think we read from the examples given in the book rather than this one. Okay. So, just telling you about this. So, first is the intro. Second is the body. It is the main part of your analytical paragraph, mentioning the details that are there in the diagram. The body part should be written carefully, keeping all the points in mind. Use relevant figures, make comparisons, contrasts, explain trends, divided into sub-paragraphs if required, but avoid that because it's an analytical paragraph. So make contrast means what? जो मैंने तुम लोग को बोला कि okay, cricket is 50% and that's the highest, and table tennis is 6%, so that's the lowest. So that's a contrasting data, right? So make contrast, analyze. तुम लोग पढ़ोगे तो तुम लोग क्या सोचोगे? वही तुम लोग को लिखना है. When you analyze, what will you think? हाँ, सबसे ज़्यादा कौन सा है, सबसे कम कौन सा है, सेम कौन से है, सिमिलर कौन से है, right? Correct? So that's what you need to do here. Conclusion: the last section summarizes the diagram, giving overall analytical information. Get the idea of the diagrams in a proper way. Organize information well. State the correct facts and summarize properly. Right? Now, read a few paragraphs so that you get an idea. So, first one, see. Are you all on page 86? ये वाला bar graph. Okay, इसमें see one is a bar graph, then the second is a visual input of that climate of impact of climate change, then the third is a line graph. So all three are different. And then fourth there's a chart given here. And fifth again there's a line graph. Pie chart. Yes, there is one pie chart also on page 90. Times of India on times of the achievement of animals, that one. There's one more pie chart behind C. Page 9. Knowledge, love, power, sorry, not page 9, page 92, the ninth one. Page 92, ninth one. See on analytical data on what people felt was important. Knowledge, love, power, money, fame. So of each type, we'll read one. Okay? So the first one, page 86, go back to 86.
92.
Go back to 86, that line graph. You are a teacher at a reputed school in the city. The following bar graph shows a comparative analysis. क्या हो गया उधर? क्या चल रहा है उधर? बातें क्यों?
उधर से आवाज आ रही है।
There's your book. You are a teacher at a reputed school in a city. The following bar graph shows a comparative analysis of a student's performance in different subjects in the terminal exam. So what does it show? Analysis of one student's exam in the terminal exams. Student's performance in terminal. Write an analytical paragraph on the variation in the performance of students in about 100 to 120 words to be presented at the annual teachers meet. So what do you see on one? There is the marks given starting with first term and second term. I think what you know that first term is the black one and second term is the white one. If you read so, means here they have made a mistake. That's what I'm saying. The black one, no, that is actually where they have written first term is actually second term. Okay. फैन अभी ऑफ कर दो तो कूलिंग होगा 5 मिनट्स बोला था कभी you feel होगा वेट करो okay और का black वाला first term है which subjects can you see English Hindi maths science SST English see first term, how he's performed. Second term, has he performed better?
In what subject?
Marginally better. No, I said opposite. Read, you will understand. Chalo. You all will read or you want me to read? कोई हम बोल रहे हैं, कोई आप बोल रहे हो. Majority. Chalo. How many want to read yourselves? Anyone? So analyzing the performance of students not only provides an insight into how their scores vary through the years, but also helps to identify areas that need more work. The survey shows that the performance of the students showed some improvement in the second term scoring higher marks in maths and science in the second term. So now you see maths and science. Can you see that? So which one is more? The white one, no? So that is the second term. Understood now? So the black one is the first term and the white one is second term. So they have done better in English. In Hindi they haven't in the second term. Maths and science they have done better. In SST also they have done better in the second term. The scores in maths and science were about 80 in the first term. So see, maths and science, it's in the range of 80, right? 70, 80, like that. However, in maths, the scores rose to above 90 marks in the second term. You can see the highest is in maths. Correct? It's a little above 80. So they have said 90. The students scored between 60 to 70 marks in Hindi and English. Baat mat karo. 60 to 70 marks in Hindi. मैंने तो बात ही नहीं की। मैंने तो कुछ सुना ही नहीं तेरे को बात करते हुए। बात किया उसने?
किसने?
मेरे कान में ऐसे बज रहे हैं। ऐसे लग रहा है इसका आवाज आ रहा है। Stop talking now. Pay attention.
And hostel.
हाँ?
Hostel.
वही बात कर रहा था जो आप पॉज कर दे रहा है।
तुम लोग से ही सीख रहे हो। तुम लोग से ही सीख रहे हो। You all are my gurus in this.
I'm very happy for you.
Don't be too happy. बीमार हो गया था ना लास्ट वीक क्या हो गया था? अभी ठीक है?
मैं भी बीमार हूँ।
कौन? कोई बीमार नहीं है।
पर तबीयत मेरी अभी चालू रख तुम्हारे पंखे में ठीक होता
बीमार होता है तो फैन बंद है।
अरे मैं पंखे में ठीक होता हूँ।
Okay. So, required in the two subjects, especially Hindi and English, which means more effort is required in the two subjects, especially in Hindi, as the score has gone down in the second term. There was a marginal improvement. Marginal, when will you write? When there is a slight improvement. In the second term, marks in English and social science. However, efforts must be made to ensure that the overall scores improve in the next academic session, and teachers must plan accordingly in order to help the students score higher marks. This will help improve the performance in the board examination. Now the second one. Okay, that impact of climate change. So first look at that image carefully. Look at the details that are given over there. So, have you all gone through it? Have you all seen it minutely? The careless attitude of people towards the environment has led to a global disaster. Taking help of the visual inputs, write an analytical paragraph in 100 to 120 words on global warming and the steps that need to be taken prevent the situation from deteriorating. Those words are given as hint over there. So, impact of global warming. Global warming refers to an increase in the average temperature of the earth as a result of greenhouse effect in which gases in the upper atmosphere trap solar radiation close to the planet's surface instead of allowing it to dissipate into space. The world is reeling in the effect of in the after effect of global warming. with recurring environmental disasters such as earthquakes, floods, cyclones. That's given in the box there.
Yes.
Yes? So cyclones causing loss of life and property. Increasing numbers of vehicles. See, deforestation is given there, then increasing vehicles is given. So not necessary you have to write it in the same order. Increasing number of vehicles and mass deforestation have led to a spike in greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases, have they given anywhere here? No. So that is by yourself. You add on your own. Both, sorry? No, अपने मन का मतलब वो it's because of this that is known ना. This is a scientific fact. It's not your opinion. Why it's happening is a fact. Both natural and human-made conditions can be responsible, but humans can reduce it using less energy. See that on the top it's given misuse of energy, role of human beings. Okay, so sources like using less energy or alternative non-polluting energy sources like solar and wind powers and afforestation can slow or stop global warming. Save energy is written, water, petrol, plant more trees. Decomposing waste in landfills. Landfills का कहाँ दिया है? In the picture also nothing, no, but still here they have written. That's not required actually. तुम लोग इसी के हिसाब से लिखो. हाँ? Yeah, it can be better. And secondly, it's written in a paragraph form. I think you all can write better than this. Decomposing waste in landfills produce methane and other greenhouse gases. Waste also requires energy to manufacture in the first place, which can be reduced. See here in this, they didn't make use of the picture, right? Changes in animal migration, life cycle, droughts. I think they said something, no? Droughts. Thawing, permafrost, warmer ocean, sea levels. So I'm sure you all can write much better than this. Third one. Given below is a graph given showing birth and death rates in a country from 1901 to 2101. Write an analytical paragraph in 100 to 120 words. So it's still 2101 means there is a forecast. So you can see the two lines, एक death का है और एक birth का है. The lighter one is of death and the darker one is of birth. So what do you all observe in that? In the death rate? Yes. And after a particular year, you can see
Sudden increase in birth.
no. Yes, there's a sudden increase in the death rate after a particular year, but you can even see after somewhere around 20, 41, 51, you can see that it's stabilized. You can see that 61 a line, no?
2081.
Ma'am, can you put it on slideshow mode?
No, I can't. You see, it's in your book also.
Ma'am, but what is that?
Yeah, paragraph is on next page.
Very clear.
भैया अपना बुक लाता नहीं है और मेरे को बोलता है स्लाइड शो मोड पे डाल.
मेरा ही बुक मेरे को बांट रहा हूँ.
Okay, now on the side you can see births and deaths. 000 means in thousands, where 10 is written It means 10 and 000, which is 10,000. 20,000, 30, 40, etc. And the year starts from 1901 and proceeds till 2101. I don't know now this will be the same or yeah, it's the same. The graph shows birth and death rates starting from, this is how you have to do it, where you write the year and what the graph is showing. Birth and death rates starting from 1901 till 2101. Since 1901, this is different. I'll put this graph, right? Here the picture is bigger, so let's see this one. Since 1901, the birth rate has remained more than the death rate until 2041. Can you see that? 2041 they are intersecting, and all the while birth rate is higher than the death rate. What is the meaning of that? Population is increasing, people are dying less, but the number of people being born is more. Birth rate was 20,000 in 1901. You can see it starting at the 20 point. So that is birth rate, the black line, that was 20,000 in 1901 and started increasing gradually. It peaked in 1961. See, where is it the highest? Right? 1961, it's the highest, going up to almost 70. 65, 70. It peaked in 1961 to around 65,000. Correct? And you need not see the exact line, okay? कि ये 65 है, कि 64 है. If you're not sure बीच में आ रहा है, तो फिर लिखो around or approximately. Yeah, between 65 and 70. Forecasting. It peaked in 1961 to around 65,000. From 1961, the birth rate has fluctuated multiple times between 50,000 and 60,000. You see, वो ऊपर नीचे काफी बार जा रहा है, but it's between 50 and 60. So you have to notice and write that it is fluctuating between 50 and 60 or multiple times. It is expected to decline for the coming years, right? Because if you can see, यहाँ से 2021 approximately, after that it's going down. So there you will write it is expected, because that's a forecast. It is expected to decline for the coming years, reaching approximately 42,000 by 2101. You can see 40 ke wahan pe. So 40, around 41, or you can even say approximately 40 by 2101. On the other hand, so now first para we had spoken specifically about the movement of the birth rate. Now we speak about the death rate. On the other hand, the death rate stood at around 10,000 in 1901.
Yes.
Right? It starts. See, it's a little lower than that. It's a little lower than 10. But we are still saying around. Okay? You need not say 8 or 7 and all that. So, around 10,000 in 1901, and then has increased steadily, right? It's not a steep increase. Steep कहाँ पे हो रहा है? और आगे जा रहा है, उसके बाद around 20, 21, after that it's steep. So what have we said? That it increased steadily. It is expected to rise strikingly from 2021, correct? See, after 21, it's increasing steeply. So it is expected to rise strikingly from 2021 before leveling off. Leveling off means It's the same, constant. Okay, so you won't say before remaining the same, before leveling off. So that vocabulary you use. To approximately 60,000. Correct? It's a little less than that, but we are saying that's why we are saying approximately. In that case, if it's lesser, there don't say 260,000 because you know it's not, it's less. So there you write approximately. Yes, around. Between 2061 and 2081. The graph indicates a slight decline in deaths in the year 2101. Right? It's slowly it is, you can see that small part that's going down. Correct? So that's a slight, yeah, the kona jo niche ja raha hai. So that we are talking about in 2021, there will be a slight decrease in the death. Slight, na? Right? अगर ज़्यादा steep होगा, then it would be a major decline. The graph shows the huge gap between, now these are the concluding lines. The graph shows the huge gap between birth rate and death during 1961 to 2001. However, this gap is expected to reduce in the latter years, correct? You can see the gap is a lot over here before this 2021. After that, it's intersecting and the gap reduces. Overall, as opposed to the prevailing trends, the death rate will be more than the birth rate in the latter half of the 21st century. Okay. Then we read that pie chart. Table fourth वाला पढ़ना है क्या? Okay, चलो. We read this, then we read the pie chart. सबका हो जाएगा. The following table shows the details about internet activities for 6 categories for different age groups. See, there it's given age group where you have teens, 20s means people in their 20s, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70 plus. What does it show? Internet activities. What they are using more. Write an analytical paragraph. And the other column, what can you see? Activity. Get news. So whatever, they get news. Observe it, see. Observe it, you all can discuss this amongst yourselves and see what is the highest, lowest. Don't talk about other things. Hello.
मेरे को मैं बोली नहीं मेरे को पकड़ा तो इतनी
Why are you seeing here? इधर क्यों देख रहे हैं? कि हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं या क्या कर रहे हैं? क्या ऑब्जर्व किया आपने?
सब कुछ सब कर
पूरा
हाईएस्ट और लोएस्ट किया है सिर्फ हमने अभी तक।
So what do the teens see the least? And highest?
ये ऑनलाइन है।
That's what you are doing. 20s, those in their 20s.
हाईएस्ट न्यूज़, लोवेस्ट सर्चिंग फॉर न्यूज़।
Yes.
हाईएस्ट
In the 30s, lowest
lowest
product research is there.
people
And then in 20s, listen, you have get news and product research also. There's only 1%. Okay, 30s highest is product research and least
searching for people.
30s highest
Product research.
and least is
Download.
Downloads. And in their 50s,
Product research. Highest.
more of product research.
And lowest of
And
downloads.
less of downloads. In their 60s,
Product news and get news.
yes, more of product research and get news. So they continue with their research and they also watch the news. And the least is again downloads. In their 70s,
Get news and the product research is the same.
product research, yes. So around the 50s, 60s, 70s, there's more of product research, news, and there is less of downloads. Okay, now let's read it. The given table suggests the internet activities of 7 age groups ranging from teens to those in their 70s for 6 different kinds of activities. So how many activities are there and how many age groups are there? The table shows that the younger generation is more interested in online games and news. Correct? Younger generation, so because even the 20s are news, while the older generation spends time on the internet to research and buy products. Correct? Isn't that what we observed after analyzing? Right?
Yes.
It is evident from the table that even words, see, if you use good words like this, evident is not a very high-flying word. So I don't use it.
Visible.
It is clear, evident. Visible, no. Visible is different. It is evident from the table that teens mainly use the internet games as high as 81%. You can see online games, 81%. News and downloads and are interested in searching for people or friends or doing any product research. The middle age group, people in their 20s to 60s, is highly interested in getting news, doing product research and buying products. The percentage ranging from 70 to 80. Okay, so instead of writing, oh, those in their 40s do this, those in their 50s do this. They are considered it in two different categories.
Yeah, mostly
Yes, because it's mostly we can observe one trend, you know. The internet activity which gets the least time is searching for people. All the age groups spend less than 30% of their internet on the same. The amount of time spent on downloads decreases with age and gets as low as 6% for people in their 70s. You can see downloads, it's the least for people in their 70s. How much is it? 6%. Overall, the table suggests that teenagers are most likely to spend time playing games and doing downloads. On the other side, older people are interested in researching and buying products. People spend the least amount of time searching for other people online. So how do you find this out? By analyzing, looking deeper. You cannot just start with your answer after seeing this. You need to spend at least how many minutes? 5 minutes?
10 minutes.
Or at least 2 to 3 minutes minimum for this. Okay? Those remaining 2-3 minutes you are not talking here about your own thing. And you don't need to draw the table and all that, okay? You don't have
इधर पिक्चर दिया है तो वो पिक्चर देख के चित्र बना ऊपर से
कहाँ पे?
सेकंड
This one?
सेकंड
So here see, one minute, huh? See here it's given the visual input. So then you can intro का line बोल रहे हैं ना? So here you can start by writing the given visual input describes the impact of heading to दिया है the impact of climate change and then you write about it.
it's dear in the
As it is here. Then open page 92. We read that one, which is interesting. Page 92, ninth wala, knowledge, love, power one. You asked people what they thought was the most valuable thing. The given pie chart shows the
टाइमिंग एकदम बराबर
टाइम का
हो गया
yes
Okay, 1 minute, huh? 1 minute. Okay, I'm giving you.
मैसेज नहीं करते अरे मैसेज करते हो ना रिप्लाई करते हो
Sit down. Sit down. Go to page 99. All of you have their books stand up. Have got their books stand up. Right now you have them. ये तेरा बुक है.
अबे तो मेरे नीचे भाई खड़े ना बैठना नीचे
क्यों खड़ा हो रहा है फिर?
मेरे को मिले
तू क्यों खड़ा हुआ था?
तो
Remove your books. Remove your books and mark page 99.
याद आएगा
Go to 99. Mark the fourth one on the top. Fourth one for homework. Okay. And those who have got their books, move out. Those who have not got, stay here.
मैं सारे भाई ने जब छोड़ दिया ग्रुप से लोग पैसे दे
चल भाई
कितना यूपी का भी पैसा है
ये लोग मारेंगे
एक मेरे लिए ग्रुप की भाई हाँ ये कोई
उसका मेरा खुद के पास है एंड वो उसका खुद का है जब बैठी भी नहीं लाया जॉइंट सेम लाया कोई अलग कौन है May I know the reason for which you are living in a book?
Yes, ma'am. I thought that.
literature